The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What made this game so special, so heartwarming? When you're playing the game, you're just having a great, jolly old time. Well, it all started in 2017 when The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was originally released on the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U. And not knowing too much before hopping into the game is pretty fantastic. You wake up in the Shrine of Resurrection, you pretty much get to learn the controls, and then you walk straight out of the Shrine of Resurrection and you see the absolute most beautiful moment in any Legend of Zelda game, where the game spans around you. You see the open world, you see Hyrule Castle, you see everything around the world, and it's beautiful. And that just gives you the urge of wanting to go and explore, because that's what the game is all about. You make your way to the temple, the old ruined church, and this is where really it starts to hit you that you can do essentially anything. You get a sword from fighting your first bokoblin, and you just keep going from shrine after shrine after shrine, completing the Great Plateau and making your journey feel truly special. You finally get the paraglider and you make your first steps into Hyrule. It's what a beautiful feeling you get to. Now, this game brings so much to the open world. There's different encampments of monsters everywhere, essentially. There's big, strong monsters that want to attack you, like the Guardians, that, especially if you're not ready for them, you're gonna get destroyed, blown out of proportions because they're big lasers if you haven't learned how to parry. But let's just say that this is your first time playing. You walk on over there, you hear this noise, and you're like, what is going on over here? How do I run? But it's a little too late for that, so you get blasted with a laser. And this is not just what makes the game fun. I mean, maybe you don't count this fun, but me, I'm like, hey, I gotta go and try to defeat this monster. Anyways, you get pretty much all looted up, you get all powerful, and then you make your way to Kakariko Village, because that's your first time actually going to Kakariko Village. You see how beautiful the landscape is. You see that there's random horses that you can go, tame a horse, and jump on the back of the horse, go to the saddle, name them whatever you want. Something truly special. Now, once you finally decide to, do the main story, where the story is telling you to go, you want to make your way to Kakariko Village and talk to Impa, and she's like, we gotta get all your memories back. It's been 100 years. And you're like, wait, what? 100 years since the Great Calamity? Holy goodness, how long have I been sleeping for? Anyways, Impa's like, a long time. 100 years. I just mentioned that. So, anyways, she tells you to go and do the main story. You can tackle any story in which way you want to. If you want to go and see Mifa first, go ahead. You can go see Mifa first. If you want to go and see Rivali, go and see him first. You can go anywhere you want. And if you want to go straight to Hyrule Castle, go ahead. It's gonna be such a fun time there, right? Especially it's your first time playing. But overall, I love this game because it brings so many methods of playing the game straight to your hands. And it's just a really good feeling of being able to tackle any which way you want to. Now, the puzzles in the game are kind of tricky and also pretty easy at the same time. You have about 4 dungeons if you want to consider those dungeons, but yeah, the Divine Beasts aren't really the biggest issue. Like, they're not that hard. You could essentially walk in there and not know what you're doing and then figure it out because you got a map. You got pretty much someone telling you, go here, get all of the yellow glowy things, get all those, and you're done. Congratulations, you have to beat a boss. Now, I will say, there's one boss, and you probably know which boss it is. That is really, really hard. Yes, Thunder Blight Ganon. You probably, on your first playthrough, have fallen victim to this boss many, many times. But overall, it's a great time because every time you do refight her, you get to learn new strategies and how her attack pattern actually is. So it's something that you really gotta learn how to do. You gotta learn how to parry. You gotta learn how to time your bow shot right. You gotta learn that there's a little tiny window that you have to dodge before being able to defeat her or even attack her. So overall, it's something truly special. The shrines in this game are also pretty good. There's some of them that are really tricky that you have to use the motion controls on the Nintendo Switch remotes and flip them all the way upside down, or you can essentially try to figure it out yourself. You don't necessarily need to go exactly the right way. It's not like Tears of the Kingdom, but I mean, you can sort of figure out how to do it yourself. If there's a boss or something, you got an ancient arrow, might as well just shoot it with an ancient arrow. It'll disappear immediately. If you have to fight a Lionel for whatever reason, there you go. You can do that. Overall, it's just a really fun way how to play a Legend of Zelda game because it's your adventure and it's your choosing on which way you want to go. It's just truly special. I absolutely love this game. And the music in this game gives you a reference to a couple Legend of Zelda games. One in particular, one that you probably know of, is the one in Rito Village, where it's essentially Dragon Roost Island from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. You hear that chime? It's nice, see? You even get different abilities when you go to those separate storylines. You get the different abilities from the different champions, and those are fantastic. And, you know, it's not just abilities. The abilities allow you to essentially just make the game wide open. You got Mipha's Grace that essentially gives you a second chance. You got Daruk's Protection, which gives you a second chance against the Guardians, especially if you don't know how to parry. You got Rivali's Gale, which is super good. It is just fantastic. It allows you to get height. It allows you to travel further. And also, you get Ravosa's Fury. Now, that one is really, really strong, especially if you're fighting a Lionel. It will stun it for a bit, so then you can go over and attack, and you should be good to go. Also, Lionels in this game. Now, this is the strongest enemy by far, and they're really awesome to fight. You hop on their back and you like start swinging your sword and you parry and then you duck around them. If you have any of the champion's abilities, you can use them to gain the upper hand. Overall, it's just really, really fun. Now, another thing in this game that is great is amiibos. Amiibos aren't just collectibles in this game or give you a slight boost. They give you cool outfits or even weapons to help you on your journey. And this is the best thing ever, especially if you play the game naturally and didn't turn the clock back. This is a really good feature. You get special different amiibo outfits from different Zelda games. The Tunic of the Wind Waker, the Tunic of Time, the Tunic of Twilight. You get all of those things, and it's really awesome. You also get the different bows and weapons and swords from all different Legend of Zelda games, like the Twilight Bow. Twilight Bow is the bow of light, essentially, which shoots an arrow, but it goes really straight and really far for the longest time. And you also get a sword, like the Bagoron sword. You get a whole bunch of amiibo stuff, and this game just brings out the best of every other Legend of Zelda game, puts it all together, makes an absolutely fantastic game. I can't say it enough. And when you get all of the shrines, you actually get the Tunic of Breath of the Wild. Now, you get the armor set of Breath of the Wild. This is an absolutely amazing feature, and you know, there's so much. Like, when I say there's a lot, there's a lot. You best believe it that there's a lot in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. you know, just that feeling of exploring and doing whatever the heck you want is great. It's absolutely fantastic being able to do whatever you want. And sometimes you can find secret little caves and secrets that you think, oh, this is ancient. No way. Look at that. I got some ancient, cool, random house thing. Pretty awesome. Also, the house in Hatino Village is also a pretty fantastic thing. It's great for role playing because that I set my house. I made it my house, and then I was like, huh, you know what? I'm gonna role play in it. And anyways, I put a whole bunch of weapons and stuff. That's where I keep all of my special amiibo weapons in that beautiful house. Sometimes I'll put the Hylian shield there because I don't want it to break, even though you can buy another one. But overall, it's just really fun. I even put the special medallion down on the ground near the stairs because I'm like, hey, it's some cool glowy orb thingy. Then I can teleport straight to my house, even though there's a shrine like just across the river. Overall, it's really fantastic. If you got the DLC, this game brings a lot to the tables with the DLC. Not only do you get to upgrade your Master Sword and do Trial of the Sword. Don't get me started on Trial of the Sword. That right there is such a fun Zelda experience. You start off with nothing. You make your way all the way to the end of the levels with everything that you've collected throughout your journey. You just keep getting stuff, and then you finally get to pull the Master Sword out of the stone, and it upgrades it one more level. Instead of doing 30 damage, it does 40 damage, and then you can do it again with a medium setting on hard difficulty, and then you can go up and 50 and then 60 damage. Overall, it's really fantastic, and it stays illuminated. It looks like you're inside a Hyrule Castle with the Master Sword, but it's anywhere you want. All right. Also, if you also have the DLC, you get a motorcycle. Yeah. So you pretty much have to go and help all the champions once again. And you get a motorcycle. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. You can drive around with your motorcycles. You will need to have different ancient bolts and screws, though. But that's, those are pretty easy to come by, especially if you've, by now, probably learned how to parry. You can parry. You can easily take down guardians and stuff. So, it's a pretty fun way to get around. But you can pretty much get around anywhere else. Like, there's glitches that you could do. Like, what are they? Wind bombs? Never quite figured out how to do that, but that's a way to easily get around. There's a lot of fun and interesting methods to get around in the game. It's really awesome. It's something truly special, really, really special. So, what do you think about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Do you think that this is a fantastic game? Do you think that it's one of the best Zelda games or one of the best games in the world? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, consider to hit the like button. Maybe subscribing if you are new. Help me reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. That would mean the world to me. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic day. And see you in the next one.